Alright, YouTube, what you're looking at is a piece of junk, waste of money. It is the Husky 4-gallon .8 square cubic feet per minute at 90 psi oilless air compressor. First of all, I would never waste my money on an oilless air compressor. I don't care what it is. I don't care what name it is. Oilless is just ridiculous. I mean, basically, this is the same thing as an internal combustion engine. You got your piston, moves up and down. Here's the sleeve, what they call the cylinder head. And, it's pumping air. I guess maybe they designed the tolerances loose enough that it didn't need oil, but it's still a bad idea. This thing has been garbage since day one. I didn't buy it. The last maintenance man thought it was a great deal for a little over $100. And like I said, this thing is just garbage. It takes like 10 minutes to air up. It ain't even suitable for a blow-off gun. I mean, it's worthless. But here's the bad design. Look at this. The air, let's see if I can get it. It's where the air intake is. And it just goes straight down into the top of the piston. There's nothing. There's no air filter. There's nothing. So this thing, is just garbage. Look at that. There we go. Let's pull that off. It's one of the piston rings. Wore down so thin it came right off. But this thing finally just died on me today. I was trying to blow off some dust out of an air filter, and yeah, that's all she wrote. But oilless air compressors, complete garbage in my mind. I wouldn't waste my money on one at all. Just absolutely stupid. Because that's going to happen no matter what. You need oil. There's moving parts. You need oil. Now, like I said, this one he bought for a little over $100. It was a few years ago. It never got used because, quite frankly, it's a pain in the butt to stand around and wait for 10 minutes to air up a tire. So let me show you an air compressor that is the same price and is far better quality. See, hopefully it'll focus on me here. I've been using this thing for years. This is an oiled air compressor. I got it at Harbor Freight Tools. Holds oil. You change it regularly. I change it I just watch it till it gets dirty. I change it. I actually got an air filter on there. This one is 8 gallons, and it is 4.5 square cubic feet per minute, which is what you're looking for when you buy an air compressor is square cubic feet per minute. It doesn't matter if it's got a 6-gallon tank, 8-gallon tank, 10-gallon tank. It doesn't matter if you got 0.08 or 0.8 square cubic feet per minute, because let's say you use an impact gun to bust some nuts loose. Well, with 0.8 square cubic feet per minute, after you wait 10 minutes for the thing to air up, you might bust 2 to 3 lug nuts off, and then you have to wait another 10 minutes. But this thing, it airs up in about 2 minutes, and you could bust off 2-3 tires before it gets low enough where it has to air back up, and then another 2 minutes and it's aired up again. I use this one for painting. It matches my paint gun perfect. It uses 4.5 square cubic feet per minute at 90 psi. I got the gun regulated down to 40 psi, and man, I can spray all day long with this thing, and it doesn't care. It doesn't ever get low. It doesn't ever drop down past 90. So just figured I'd let you guys know if you're shopping for an air compressor. I know these are small air compressors for homeowners and things like that, but if you're going to spend $100 on this piece of garbage at Home Depot, why not spend the same amount of money on an air compressor that'll last you? My last one I had lasted me 8 years. I changed the oil regularly in it. I used the crap out of it. I mean, I'll run that thing for 2 or 3 hours at a time without shutting it off. And what finally happened was they don't have rod bearings in them. They're just machine fit. And it's kind of like that setup in the oil compressor. And what happened was the tolerance fit finally just gave out. But this thing didn't last. No, I think this thing might be 2 years old, and it's done. So don't waste your money on a oilless air compressor. Get an oiled air compressor, and you'll be saving money in the long run.